Time to welcome a guest.
Who is it, Puppy?
UFC fighter Tito Ortiz.
Oh, a crazy person. I like talking to crazy people. He's had a long UFC career. You can see more of Tito later tonight on MMA Live on ESPN2 at 11 p.m. Let's get into some craziness. You lived on the street. What was that like?
You know, from the age of about 6 to around 13, my mother and father had a drug problem, and we lived from motels, cars, people's garages, trailer parks. It was very hard, and I felt like it was normal. I felt like something that it was a normal part of my life, but I come to realize it wasn't. It was very tough to live on the streets as a young kid. A lot of embarrassment of bringing people over my house. I always had to tell my friends that my parents were out of town. And there's a lot of challenges that came in through that. But I think that's what made me the person I am today. And I wouldn't take anything back. You know, people kind of ask me, would you ever want to redo your life? And I say, no. I'm very fortunate and thankful that I lived through the things I have, because that's what makes it so challenging and so easy to get through the things I have already done through my fight career or my business career.
What was the low point? Looking back, even though you wouldn't change anything, when you look back and you talk about shame or things in your childhood that were traumatic, the low point would have been what?
I see 100% of watching my parents do drugs. It was very, very hard. It was very heart-wrenching. And for someone to be addicted to heroin, it's really hard, and I witnessed that at a very, very young age. But I said, I matured as a young kid. I was very mature. I hung out with older people because of this. I never hung out with kids my own age. I always looked for something that people were accepting me, because my parents really didn't want to accept being parents. You know, they still felt like the addiction was too much for them, which I understand. As a heroin addiction is very, very hard on people, and I commend many people who do get clean of it. And that's just one of those things that I look at as a father, as an adult now, that you got to be very responsible as a parent and take care of your kids and put them first.
Were you angry as a kid? Were you getting into a lot of fights?
Yes, I was actually. I was getting into a lot of fights. I was always trying to look for attention. As I said in the beginning, I've always been a kid who tried to look for attention, and attention from my parents, attention from other students, attention from teachers, and kids always used to pick on me. They would always talk smack about me, and the only way to do that was to fight against them. And you know, I look at it now as it was just a learning experience for me.
Were you winning the fights or losing the fight?
I was winning all of them but one. I think when I was in junior high school, I got hit with a chain in the back, and I don't think I ever cried so hard in my life. and that was, I was in 7th grade, and a kid, another Mexican kid that was in our neighborhood, and he wanted to fight me. So after school, he hit me with the chain, and I'll never forget that.
Did you lose your fear of fighting at some point? Were you fighting so much that you simply lost your fear of it? Did you like it?
No, I never liked it. I just thought I was defending myself. I'm always going to let another kid make fun of me or get one over on me. But I mean, even when I fight now or when I first started my career, there's fear in every one of my fights. If I'm not afraid, there's something wrong with me. I think that fear really puts me on point of knowing what I need to do to be a better fighter. And if fighters say that they're not afraid, they're lying. There's something in themselves, because every one of us as humans, we go through fear. And to conquer those fears, even what makes us more powerful as humans.
What happened in that street fight? What happened in that famous street fight?
Which one?
Lee Murray. I've got to narrow it down
okay,
for
now
you.
let me tell you about this one. Okay, now Lee Murray, he's his own problem. He has his own demons in himself. But here's a situation that I came walking out of a bar, and one of my buddies getting beat up on, and I was defending him. I defended him, and at the time I had knee surgery. I was dressed in a suit as I am today with slippery bottoms and of my shoes, and he punched one of my friends. I went to go grab him. He ran away from me, and I went to go slide up and catch up to him. He turned around and faced me, and he hit me with a shot. He dropped me for a second. I came to my feet, and I clinched him, and I threw a few knees. Then the police broke us up, and that was it. That was the fight. That was the end of it. And people said, "Oh, Tito got knocked out." And The whole speculation of rumors started happening, and it was all false statements by people who didn't see truly what happened.
My father has a question for you, Tito. Go ahead, Papi.
Does Tito Ortiz have a romantic side?
¿Cómo estás?
Bien, ¿y usted?
Muy bien.
Gracias.
Go ahead and ask again, Papi.
Does Tito Ortiz have a romantic side?
Do I have a romantic side? Of course. As I say, I'm an Aquarius to the T. On every aspect. I watch a lot of romantic movies, and I try to play it up as much as possible. And I think a companion should do these things. Taking your girl out to dinner, getting her roses, telling her how beautiful she is. And if anybody's married, anybody has a girlfriend, they want to keep your girlfriend forever, tell your girlfriend how beautiful she is every single day. And never stop. Even when she doesn't look beautiful, tell her she's beautiful. And these things will help you in your relationship.
That's
for
excellent
sure.
advice.
And
Also,
it helps. It helps a lot, let me tell you.
you soften Tito, Poppy. Look at that. You got the smile from him out of the. You soften Tito. Romance. The idea of romance is what got Tito Ortiz to put down the shield.
Yeah,
Tito.
no, it's just one of those things, I think guys are too afraid to be romantic because that's not what men are supposed to do, but it's wrong. I think males aren't supposed to do it, but true men are supposed to be romantic, I think.
Tito, thank you for the honesty. It was appreciated.
100%, man. I'm always honest. That's why fans love me so much because, I say the truth. Sometimes it's in bad terms, sometimes it's in great terms, but I'm always going to say the truth and what's from the bottom of my heart because, that's what God put me here for.
Gracias, Tito.
De nada.